Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about transhumanism. Very important topic. It's going to be real short that I get in and get out with this information. Transhumanism is the conjoining of technology and human beings. Putting your consciousness into a computer. Putting you in a fake simulated world. Stay away from the transhumanism community. I don't profess to know all, but I know that to fuse humans with robots is a blasphemy against the Creator. I want y'all to do your own research on transhumanism. It's a very important topic because this is what's going on in the world today. Billions of people don't know too much about it, and some do. The ones that do know about transhumanism, I know that they know that we are the real computers, in other words. In other words, the world in a galaxy is one big computer. And we are the conscious computers of human DNA. Considering that DNA is a mathematical code in your anatomy that's created by evolution. These people want to turn you into robots, androids. That's why you have Android phones. That's why technology has taken off, how it's taken off, because they want to fuse you with this technology. And not just fuse you with this technology, they want to fuse themselves with this technology so they can live forever. So their consciousness can live forever, can be downloaded to a device, which is a computer or a hard drive. So y'all check out more about transhumanism and the whole movement. Study it. Stay away from it, because that is not the Creator's plan for you to fuse yourself with artificial intelligence. Alright? First of all, it's artificial. You understand? And then you people have to understand that you are the real intelligence. You are the Creator's intelligence. There's no human person can come to this planet or come on this planet and create the DNA, a transform a human, into something decent using anything artificial. Right? You either natural, you're real, or you're fake. So artificial intelligence is fake. You understand me? It's artificial. It's made up off of the anatomy of the biology of the human being's consciousness, and also of the consciousness of everything that exists on the planet. You know, the AI system is being fed information. You put information in the computer, you put information on a hard drive. The AI system is being fed information to dictate events and outcomes. You understand? They want to take and put everything into an artificial world, into a 2D world, and make you live in an artificial world when you're already living in the real world. You can't live forever. These people want to live forever. They don't never want to die, right? They don't never want this vessel to return back to, its lowest state. The soul, the spirit, never, you can't destroy it. It lives forever. But the body you can destroy. Okay? So these are people that want to have their conscience around forever, downloaded into a system that they can control. So I tell you that is evil, Satan, the lower self. You're gonna have a lot of people that disagree. Cool. You're gonna have a lot of people that agree. But transhumanism is based on the fusion of artificial intelligence and human consciousness, so they can live forever, right? And make everything artificial. They don't want you to live in the real world. Go look at the movie The Matrix. Check it out. Check out the movie The Matrix. There's a lot of good movies that y'all need to check out that you may not too much know about. I want y'all to check out a lot of these movies because they're telling you a lot of these things right in front of your face. Right in front of your face, they're telling you a lot of these truths. It's sickening, but they give you the truth, and you can't say that they didn't tell you, so you have a chance to counter, the truth is well. So I want y'all to check out the topic transhumanism, and I want you to check out the movie The Matrix. I want you to check out the movie Tryon Legacy. Those would be good movies for you to go and do your research as well. Most people don't have a clue about what transhumanism is. So I hope that, for the people who don't know, that this help you and it can get you started on a path to understanding more about transhumanism. The whole transhumanism movement, with attaching your consciousness to a network, or either a hard drive, or either a website, or either any kind of downloadable where it merges the consciousness into a device. You want to stay away from that. You don't want to have nothing to do with that. They want you to live in a holographic world inside of a 2D, more inside of a 2D world. If you look at more most of the video games that the children play, and most of the video games, that even some adults play. All of it is an artificial world, an artificial simulation. So I just want you to understand that you need to stay away from any type of mergers with artificial intelligence to the human body in any kind of way. You don't let nobody put no devices in you. You don't let nobody just give you any kind of vaccinations. You don't let nobody mess around with your immunization. You just don't subscribe to none of those things. So, like I said, it's like light versus dark. You know what I'm saying at this point? The good versus the evil. There's a lot of evil people in the world. There's a lot of good people in the world. Evil people in the world not going to tell you what I'm telling you. Good people going to tell you these things. And then the evil people are going to tell you not to listen to this because they don't want you to know, or they are professional liars. Most of the Europeans, the Dutch people, the French people, the Holland people, all of those people, bloodline, never really did anything for indigenous people at all. You know what I'm saying? But rob and plunder and kill them off. And for anybody that want to say that this is pseudo, this is any kind of other than but something real, those people stay away from. They're liars. If you see anybody commenting on my channel with just stuff that don't represent who we are as indigenous people or aboriginal people and telling the truth, you stay away from those people because they're agents. Most of them are agents. Most of them are appointed and put up on certain people to cause deceit and to try to stop people from listening to the information. But it's clearly in your history. Go check the history. You got the internet. You can pull up anything that you want. It's clearly in your history on who you are as a people. You can look at the French people. You can look at their history and tell exactly what they done, who they are, and who they are as a people. You can look at the people from Dutch descent. You can look at them and you can tell who they are, what they done, who they are as a people. You can look at Scottish people. You can look at their bloodline and you can tell who they are, what they done, where they come from, where they originate from. It's just like, some people would just think, you're stupid. You know what I mean? Don't let people pull you into a direction of stupidity because they just want to say things with no facts. Everything that we talk about far as the Moorish movement, the Moorish divine movement, and the whole Moorish family, and it's a lot of us, so don't get it twisted. The whole Moorish movement, the whole Moorish family, everything that Noble Drew Ali stood for, everything that he taught, everything that he brought here to to tell us about the truth was to how to live and how to move how he was moving, and to make sure we ask questions on everything. Like it's nothing that's under the sun is new. No more games. You can't play no more games. We know every bloodline on the planet. So as long as you continue to play games, the more we hate you. So, but those people will get their karma in due time. But like I said, the secrets are out now. You know what I'm saying? It's no more. Those people come from Africa and all of this, and we know the truth about our homeland, our motherland, and our ancestral estate, which is our hereditament to this land and our ancestors. You know where you people come from. You know what I'm saying? So all the bloodlines on the planet. I don't care who you are on the planet. If you live on this planet, you have a bloodline, and we know who you are. So it's not like you can just say, I'm this person, I'm this people, I'm this tribe, or I'm this generation, we created this. We know everything that y'all stole throughout history. We know everything that you reconstructed. We know every bloodline on the planet. And that's a fact. Go look at some of the Moorish brothers and sisters talking about who we are, talking about the Europeans, and most of the time they are the Scottish, the Dutch, the French, the Holland people, the Italians, you know, with the Inquisitionists and the Crusaders and all of them. All of that's the same family. All of that's the same bloodline. All of that's the same people. All of that's the same family. All of them got the same blood. We know everybody that's on the planet by bloodline. So you can keep up the lies. You keep, you know, throwing out comments and all of this foolishness. You wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we ain't gonna do nothing but, you know, make sure that we doing what we gotta do so y'all can, you know, it's time. You know, time is passing. You know what I mean? So it's time for y'all to be, you know, put on Front Street, publicly. All the lies, you know, in the government, you know, and all the lies, you know what I'm saying, with all these people who came over here in droves, who came over here from Europe, you know what I'm saying, to colonize these lands, considering that the first colonies, I don't even want to go too much into the colonies, but I'll let y'all do y'all research. But the first people here on the land was indigenous people. It wasn't no Europeans. It wasn't no people from Scottish people. All of that, you know. It wasn't no Dutch people. It wasn't no French people in this part of the Western Hemisphere of Northwest America, which is America, which is North Central South America, which will be the ancient America, South Africa, you know what I'm saying, over there, you know, in Africa, and this will be Northwest Africa, which will be, you know, your Asia Minor and your Asia Minor and your Asia Major, you know, considering that all of the land was Asia, right? And then everything was divided up after Queen Isabella and Ferdinand the King married and, you know, and joined their monarch to make and start establishing these kingdoms and these, you know, which there was a dynasty already. You know, they just made it stronger. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, just like the stories with them rebelling against the Roman Catholic Church and all of their, basically their fake history, and wanting to put their Christianity on the indigenous people here in America. We didn't want your Christianity. You know, we don't want to learn about your Jesus. We don't want to learn about your fake Bible. We don't want to learn about something that was taken and plagiarized from our original ancestors. We already know that information. You understand me? So that's what Prophet Noble Drew Ali came back to do, to tell us who we were as a people and as a bloodline. So anything else, I don't want to even too much hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just foolishness, and people who are professional liars, and you know, they try to distort and change up the histories to give themselves a history. So y'all really didn't have a history. You stole everybody else's history. You stole everybody else's wealth. You stole everybody else's resources. You understand me? So now that the karma is basically going to come around, indigenous people are going to look down upon all of what the Europeans have done to them throughout decades and decades and decades. So it's going to be war. Ain't no talk. It's going to be war. No talk. No talk. Just like y'all warred against us, there's going to be a war against you. There's going to be a war against your children. There's going to be a war against your grandparents. There's going to be a war against your mothers. There's going to be a war against your fathers. There's going to be a war against your DNA. You know why? Because y'all disrespectful to nature, to God's, the creator, the all-seer, the energy, the argon energy, Y'all disrespectful to the Creator. And not just quote unquote pale faces. I'm talking about quote unquote unconscious Moors as well. They're disrespectful to their own race. Rap music, killing each other in the streets over cars and clothes, songs, egos, fake money, which are FRN notes. So I don't wanna get into too much of the violence on violence with our people, because it's put in place by the Europeans. The cars, the money, fake money, materialistic stuff, all of that, the weapons, drugs, all of that stuff that people do, all that crazy stuff that they do is put in place by Europeans and powerful people so y'all can kill yourselves over it. Y'all can kill yourselves with their guns. Y'all can kill yourself with their weapons. Y'all can kill yourself with the lifestyle. So that's why, my goal is to unify my people in every which way that I can. I'm not listening to what no European have to say. I don't care what y'all have to say. It don't matter. Y'all words are, falling on deaf ears. So I just wanted to drop this video, this audio, and just let y'all know, I love you. My people, I love you. For the ones who got evil ways, I hate you. You know what I mean? So I'm just dropping this out. Hope that y'all understand. For the ones that's mad, I really don't care. I'm going to continue on doing my Father's work. I'm going to continue on telling the truth. I'm going to continue on putting my videos out. I'm going to continue on putting my audios out. I'm going to continue on waking up my people. I want y'all to stay away from the whole transhuman movement, because they're fusing human consciousness with robots to live forever, and it's against nature. I don't know, it's just like you don't want to leave this world. This is a parasitic world. Everything in this world is parasitic. You got to eat things to stay alive. You got to kill this to stay alive. You got to kill that to stay alive. Look at the animals in the kingdom. The owl have to kill a rat. The rat kill a snake. Everything has to eat something in order to exist. Or either their DNA is going to wipe out. Somebody have to take something, or either their DNA is going to wipe out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now it's time to wake up. Now it's time to focus. Now it's time to stand up. No more should we lay down. No more should we let them kill our people in no form or fashion. I'm looking for people who have solutions. I'm looking for people who can continue on helping the indigenous people build love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's what it's about. Noble Drew Ali came here to do a work so profound to wake us up, to tell us the truth about the Europeans, about their bloodline, their legacy, their movement, their forefathers. But never forget that the indigenous people have their movement, their bloodline, their forefathers. And we know the history very well. And we are on the verge of getting it all back. One heart, one more at a time. Check out the video that I dropped, my last video. Check out this audio as well. This is for you to keep. You know, I do this because I care. I do this because I'm real. I do this because I'm true. Stay away from all of the transhumanism infusion and the infusion of that technology into the human anatomy. You know, because that's your mark. That's a part of your mark of the beast as well. Just with the, you know, and also with the global currency that's coming, a cryptocurrency that will be coming for the U.S. That'll be, I'll talk about that, you know, as well, maybe on another video. But you know, they got that new cryptocurrency that's coming, you know, to get rid of the U.S. dollar bill, which is a T-bill, oxymoron, a Federal Reserve note, and it's not backed by anything. It's just a piece of paper backed by fate, somebody's policy. This is why a lot of the countries are actually denouncing the dollar, because it has no intrinsic value at all to other countries and other people in power. I tell you to check out and you read everything. You ask questions: why, what, when, how, where. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't listen to none of these Europeans tell you and try to teach you anything about your history, because they're going to lie to you and they don't know your history. You know, any history that they teach you is going to be a fabricated, propaganda, professional liar history that they're going to try to teach to you. Don't let them teach you nothing about anything indigenous. Indigenous people should not be looking for European scholars to teach them anything about nothing ancient that belongs to the Aboriginals of the indigenous people of the global. Don't let them people try to teach you nothing about your history. How they gonna teach you about your history? How a European gonna teach an indigenous person about his history? Get the fuck out of here. You understand me? You ain't got no opinion. You can't speak on my history, but I can speak on your history. Believe that. See, I have that luxury to speak on your history. You don't have that luxury to speak on my history. So, you can't speak on nothing about nothing indigenous. But we can speak on everything, you understand what I'm saying, that's European and that came over here with y'all. You know, all the things that y'all brought, you know what I mean? And you don't want me to go back into it, because I got a lot of your scholars who are European scholars that tell you exactly what they done in history. You understand me? I tell you, I got a lot of scholars that do know from the research about the Inca, about the Mayans, about the indigenous people, but they ain't write our history. They can only, you know, discover what, you know, what has already been discovered. You understand what I'm saying? And most of the time, you know, we already laid the foundation for it. So you can't discover something that already, you know, that already has had an establishment. Y'all didn't discover anything, nothing. Y'all ain't built the Mayan temples, none of that. Y'all ain't built the pyramids, none of that. You ain't had nothing to do with that. Europeans ain't had nothing to do with building pyramids. They ain't had nothing to do with the Mayans. They ain't had nothing to do with the Aztecs. They ain't had nothing to do with the compass. They ain't had nothing to do with the gunpowder. All of the gunpowder come from a Chinese. That's what gunpowder come from, Chinese people, right? They were the first people to ever introduce gunpowder to the Europeans. The compass was, and a lot of that stuff come from the Arab nation. You understand me? So Europeans didn't have no, they everything that was already existed, they took and they built up on it to try to make it better. That's about it, but it always existed. Everything that they never created anything. The Renaissance, you go back to the Renaissance, the art, the chariot, all of that, right? All of that stuff was built by indigenous people. Look at some of the domes. Go in Spain. Go to Spain. You go to Spain and see the buildings there. You know, the wall in Granada. Go look at the buildings. The Europeans ain't built none of that. The Europeans didn't build nothing in Spain. Nothing. You understand me? So, in the end of the day, when we really talk about Europeans and we really talk about all of this stuff, the first Europeans that I know of that was taught to me by my teacher was dark people. The first Europeans were dark people. And then you got some people, Chinese are dark people. The samurai. If you didn't know anything about the samurai, you know what I'm saying? That's our genetics. That's indigenous genetics. You know, so I want y'all to stay away from anything artificial. I want y'all to stay away from transhumanism, fusing robots and human life together. Can't live forever. You know, we have a time on this plane. We are the real technology. The human beings, quote unquote, the indigenous people are the real supercomputers, super technology. The whole planet is a big computer. The whole globe, you know what I'm saying, is basically like a big computer. The galaxy, space, stars, all of that's like a big computer. And we are basically those hard drives, a part of those computers, and we could connect. So you are the real technology. They want to take artificial fake technology and make it into their own so man can control it and fuse these humans with these robots. Don't let these people play with your anatomy like that. Don't let them play with your immunization. Nobody has the right to, you know, mess around with something that the Creator created. Don't let these people mess around with your anatomy. That's all I really wanted to chop up. I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to drop y'all something else. Transhumanism is dead because I done killed it. And if you subscribe to anything like that, you will be fused with artificial intelligence to your human body. I'm not talking about in phones, you know what I'm saying? Phones and electronics, and you know, I'm talking about, you know, you taking chips, you trying to download your consciousness to a computer or to a hard drive so that physical you or whoever can live forever. You know, that's a blasphemy against the Creator. Don't deal with it. Only lower level people deal with that type of Satanism, that type of fusion. You know, you are the original people. You are the ancient computers. You know, and the DNA is, you know, is ancient as well. And everything that the ancient have in them, quote unquote, you have in you. So you are the real people, not artificial intelligence like they aiming for. So check out the audio, you know, and holla back. I'm Maurice Bay, and I'm out.